Alright guys, as you can see, I got the Ram 3500 in the shop. I've got one inside dual that goes flat over a couple days, so I had to put air in that. But the last time I hauled some cows down to Altoona, I hit the overpass on Highway 53 going over 29, and I got death wobble really bad on a packed freeway, which sucked. So I am going to attempt to adjust that worm gear in the steering gearbox, try and tighten it up just a little bit. This is just a temporary fix. I looked up online, a new steering box from Napa is like 170 bucks, and I'm going to order a new steering gearbox, and I'm going to order the Sinister steering gearbox stabilizer bracket that bolts to the frame. And then it has that nut that goes on the shaft, the output shaft that your Pitman arm would go on, to stabilize that. I'm going to order them, but the problem is I have to put 100 miles on this today and go up and get a bunch of pig equipment for my buddy. He bought a chopper box, so he needs to take the flatbed for the chopper box. It's not on a running gear. But then he bought a bunch of pig equipment for cheap that he wants me to haul in my cattle trailer because they're all disassembled. So this is going to be a temporary fix to get it through today, and then Saturday I have to go. I did buy well, I haven't paid for it yet, but I'm supposed to go down Saturday and pick up a 444 corn head so I can do that job for the neighbor, combining that 30-35 acres that he has. So this, like I say, this is just going to be a temporary fix, but I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see down there past the thing or not, but yeah, I don't think the camera is going to focus with this light. But right down there, you can barely see it, it's not going to focus, but that nut, you loosen that up and then tighten up the Allen bolt or whatever to tighten up the worm gear. So I'm going to do that right now, which I don't think I'm going to record because you're not going to be able to see me, but you got to loosen up the nut, adjust the Allen bolt, or use your Allen wrench to adjust that bolt, and then shake the steering wheel back and forth. And really, if you guys look at it, it doesn't look like there's much play in it right now, but when you're driving down the road, it seems like there's more than that. So I'm going to try and tighten that up a little bit for right now. Get old Russ ready to roll for today. So, and I know there's a lot of Dodge guys out there, and this truck already has the T-style steering on the front. It has a new drag link, new tie rod ends. I mean, everything on it's basically new. And I still get the death wobble. A couple years ago I put a new steering stabilizer on there and that helped, but now all of a sudden the other day I got it again. And normally I've never had it when I've had a trailer on the back. It's always been when I'm empty, or no trailer, when I'm bareback. So I'm assuming it's got to be the gearbox. I'm going to change those two parts, and then if that doesn't fix it, I'm going to either make or order a dual stabilizer bracket for it so I can put dual steering stabilizers on it. But other than that, I don't really know what else could be doing it, because like I say, I bought the truck and I've only put about 4,000 miles on it, and when I bought it, I had brand new upper and lower ball joints, brand new tie rod ends, a bunch of stuff had already been done to it. So we're going to give it a go with trying to tighten up that steering gearbox, see how that works. You guys can see there's my fuel pressure gauge, so pop the hood, make sure that that's working every once in a while. My last Dodge I had, before I bought the Canyon, I had a 3/4 ton extended cab short box, 01, and that one I actually ran a high pressure hose for like a hydraulic hose. I had Cenex make me a special, I believe it's an 1/8 inch threaded end to thread into there, and then I ran the hose up through the firewall and I had a gauge just like that up in the dash. The problem is, if you don't have an isolator, if it were to blow, you get diesel fuel in the cab, which half the time I'm covered in diesel fuel anyways. I really don't give a crap. But the other thing is the harmonics through that hose are so bad, you just sit and listen to it rattle all day long. So this truck, the day I bought it, I ordered that fuel pressure gauge and put it on right away. So, but yeah, it's a little bit about the truck here. So like I say, I'm going to try and tighten it up quick, and then I'll get back with you guys in a moment. Alright guys, got it adjusted. I'm try and move this light so I can shine the camera down on what I adjusted. That nut right there. Loosen that nut. Put your Allen wrench in there and you tighten it. And then you get up and shake your steering wheel back and forth to see if you're taking a slop out. Keep adjusting it. But don't over tighten it because it'll make the steering wheel real hard to adjust or hard to steer. So it's a 5/8. Use a 5/8 wrench. I end up using a stubby wrench because there's more room. And then 3/16 Allen wrench. Them are the tools to do that job. Like I say, this is a temporary fix. But as you can see now, the steering wheel, you can feel it's a lot tighter. It's still gonna move this much without the engine running. But I did fire it up, and it's pretty much right now with the steering, so we'll see how that does. I just hate to stick a whole lot of money into this truck, being I am looking for a new truck. But so yeah, there you go. Hopefully that fixes the steering for a little while. They say it'd be more of a temporary fix than anything, but it beats going in the ditch today if I can get away without it. So that's hopefully that'll help out. Get old Red ready to roll here, and we're gonna head up there and get the stuff. So anyways guys, oh yeah, and before I forget, John Deere hasn't called me yet, but I'm assuming my parts are in. So being as you can see, it's raining. It rained all night last night. I should stop at Johnny D on the way home and get the parts for this one. Get this all cleaned up, get these, you know, get all these parts fixed or swapped out, get this ready to go back together. Well, this stuff is just like glue, just tacky. So, and when I do put this back together, I'm gonna put some cornhead grease in there from John Deere, Johnny Deere Special. It's tackier type grease that once it warms up, it turns into more like a really thick oil, and then once it cools back down, it gets thick again. It's really good stuff if you got gearboxes that leak, bad seals or whatever, and you need to keep rolling. It's a good temporary fix for that type of thing, and something like this where it doesn't hold oil, it just has a grease zerk on it. And let's see if I can find where that grease zerk is on here. Remember if it's on this one, or if it's on this one. It should be on the bottom side. Right there is the grease zerk. All you do is pump grease into it. Well, I don't know, but that doesn't seem like the greatest idea to me. So yeah, I'll get them parts too, and then we'll get working on that. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.